Well, I'm called both on that, actually, on the back of that sleeve.
Oh, okay.
So,
and,
you know, it's up to you.
Okay, and Paul Weller here.
And I've changed my name since the LP to Peter.
To Peter. Okay, welcome, Michael and Peter. What was there? Sorry, yeah?
Oh, we wanted to plug his film, that's why we're here, RoboCop.
Oh, RoboCop 5?
Peter Weller.
4?
4.5 at the moment.
Ah, yeah, it's not finished yet.
No.
The album is called Confessions of a Pop Group. What was there to confess?
Well, it's kind of like an in-joke, and it's also one of the kind of scandalous headlines that you might find in an English tabloid, which I don't know if you have in Europe. You must have the equivalent, I suppose.
Not as bad as here, I can compare it.
No, probably not. But, so it's kind of like a bit of a joke and a bit of a kind of send-up and parody of those kiss and tell stories or all that stuff.
Did you read the reviews this week? It was really funny again. One newspaper said, "This is the most brilliant album the Style Council have made until now." The other magazine said, "This is really rubbish."
Yeah.
What is your comment on that?
One of them's got to be right.
Yeah, I think the first one is right because it's a very good album, especially the A-side. This album is divided in two sides, as normally, A-side and B-side, but the A-side is called The Piano Paintings and the other side is called Confessions of a Pop Group. I love the piano paintings. Why didn't you do an album like that completely? That would really astonish people. It's really well arranged and really simple performance of very nice songs.
Because there was only that amount of songs that turned out, you know, needing that kind of treatment, you know. It wasn't a conscious effort, but as time went on, and they were the earliest tunes that we recorded on that LP as well, it became apparent that they were all part of a kind of overall feel. That's why we just gave them an overall title and kind of looked upon the individual songs as just movements of a whole kind of mood. So maybe there might be more of that later, or it could be completely devoid of that.
I hope so. On the back sleeve there's quite a hard note on it, saying, "A disgraceful but common utterance of our age rightfully refers to the North-South divide." It's quite a long speech here. "Unfortunately, this sad state of affairs also applies to today's so-called music makers. And they are called vagabonds who abuse willfully and neglect the true essence and purpose of music. And this album is a shining example of the other kind of music makers." Do you need a note like that? If you think of yourself, well, we're making good music, you don't need a note like that.
Quite agree, but that was put on by Polydor's managing director.
Oh.
So he had nothing to do with that, unfortunately.
So you're a bit unhappy about it then? It's quite pretentious if you read it, yes. We will find out the album is good if we buy it.
We argued with him about that. We thought it might be a little bit pretentious, but he had to have his way. You know.
That's strange.
He felt very strongly about it.
I guess you know that if you hear the album, but you don't if you don't. So maybe that's why I put it on. You know. It's like,
but people can hear the music on the radio, on the TV. They can make their own judgment.
Yeah.
Well, you should write in and tell him. In fact, you could maybe run a competition for it.
To write better sleeve notes. Okay, let's see the single first before we go on talking. It's Live at the Top People's Health Farm. Still in the studio with us. We're going to see some nice paintings, especially made for the inner sleeve of the album, in a moment. We have seen the new clip, which is also the new single, Live at the Top People's Health Farm. What a title. Is this about the son of a socialist who turns into a capitalist?
No.
No?
It's supposed to be more like a cartoon, really, of all these different English characters, or and set in this present climate we live in, politically and socially as well. And it's again, it's like another kind of send up in a sense. And also in there's quite a few references to a lot of very old English songs, kind of like Cockney classics, which again would be hard to translate to people outside of this island.
Yeah. Which one then? Because I don't know these classics.
Well, things like Dad's gone down the dog track, Mother's playing bingo. You know, it's before your time.
Yeah, I thought that's strange lines. That's from a song then.
Yeah. It's a kind of paraphrase of a song called "What a Crazy World We're Living In."
Can you play that song?
No, I'm not a pub pianist. But I think pubs are for drinking in, you know.
Yeah, that's what they do here. You ordered very nice paintings, which you can see on the inner sleeve, and they were done by a guy called Dan Davis. Who is he?
He's someone who I got in touch with through the Red Wedge Visual Arts Group, who works with them. And I saw some of his work in one of their magazines. Yeah. And I just thought his style would suit what we were doing at the time. You know, you'd be able to illustrate the songs and maybe extend them a bit further.
Maybe let's see a couple of them. This one is for the song called "Changing of the Guard." What is that song about?
It's quite a simple song, really. It's
just
a
from the A-side,
simple old-fashioned love song, where people change their minds or make mistakes and then realise they've made the wrong move. Very simple.
Yeah, it's a sad love song, but it ends quite hopefully and happy.
It ends on a happy note.
Yeah. And the next one?
Like that.
The Story of Someone's Shoe. That's another sad but happy ending love song.
Well, I don't know if it's got a happy ending on that one.
It's kind of left. It hasn't got an ending.
No, not at all. That's the one with the very hard line. It's lust and loneliness, but seldom it is love.
Yeah. It's not very happy.
No. You don't really believe in people? People are bad, you think? Or really into lust and loneliness?
No, I just think it's a situation we all find ourselves in. I think probably two-thirds of the world's population live in despair, in my opinion. But, you know, we all hope for the day it will change. It's the same thing in religion, isn't it? Or in politics or anything else.
Okay, the next one. Talking about religion, this is Confessions of a Pop Group. This is quite a hard statement again on the pop business and the pop music world. Why are you still in it if you hate it that much?
Because the business has got nothing to do with making music, and at the same time this song has got nothing to do with the pop business. But I didn't want to spoil your flow. But,
have you met his flow?
Yeah,
she's lovely.
But we stay in pop music because we play pop music and we love music, but it's got nothing to do with business.
But I think you can equate that to, you know, why go on living if it's such a terrible world? You know, it's like...
How will your tour be? Because the music, especially on the A side, is very intimate. Are you going to play these Earl's Court concrete bunkers? I mean, those music will be out of place in places like that, I think. But you play theatres and auditoriums or something?
I don't know. We haven't really thought about that to that stage yet. But you know, I don't know. Sometimes these songs, these kind of intimate songs, can translate into a big venue. It depends. It depends how you put them over. Depends on the mood. Yeah. Sometimes lighting can help even, I think.
Yeah. On the album it says, "This recording is not for sale in South Africa." We missed you on the Mandela concert. Why was the Style concert not there?
We weren't asked.
You weren't asked?
No.
So that's strange.
It is. But let's not get into that. There's reasons for it, but
we're pleased that the concert took place and think it's like a great achievement. So you know that. All the little details don't matter, you know.
Okay. What are you planning? Some political involvements this year?
Possibly.
Nothing concrete at the moment, then.
We can't say too much about it.
Ooh, top secret.
We bought a tank. I'll say no more.
Okay. Push it then.
You've got to be careful with them tropical fish, though.
Yes. Push it then.
Would it make it any more meaningful? I don't think it would be, and it'd be dishonest for us to try and push that image across. At the same time, I think you can ask 10 different people in the street what a yuppie is, and they've all got a different answer. So, you know.
Also, that is a stereotype, the rock and roller with his leather jacket saying, "Revolution now," and all that.
Yeah.
On the album it also says, "New York, Gestaat, Tokyo, Marble Arch." What does that mean?
They're all
places, yes.
Different places. Sorry, it was a bit obvious, really. What does it mean?
But the album
doesn't mean
not
anything.
Recorded in those 4 places.
No. We're just trying to say that people, look, we're global. We're going global. And it upsets a few people as well in the bargain. So.
Really? I've read that the tour you're going to do now is a tour that you want to be remembered for. What is going to happen on that tour?
Nothing much, really. I mean, just going to be a normal tour in some ways, but I don't know. I don't always believe all these press releases.
You don't know what's been put out from you then?
Not
you should
always,
read it. It's incredible what they say about you.
No, I mean, we just hope to present it as best we can, you know, but that applies to any time we've ever been out on the road.
Let's talk about one, which is the most difficult song, "The Gardener of Eden." It's really like a concept song. What's the concept of that song? It's a 3-piece suite?
Yep. It's about a person or the person sent from the Supreme Being to prepare the world and all the good things in it, and the way that all of it got spoilt as soon as mankind set foot upon it.
Yeah.
So it's a simple story again. They're all simple stories, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And quite luckily for you, the Bible's out of copyright.
Right.
Oh, he nicked for that one too then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We will stay with the
another
count.
Cockney classic.
We'll stay with the Style Council,
Sure.
the Style Council until 5:30. So that's 1.5 hour more to go. Let's
got
see
to go
the
in a moment.
Eminem's MTV Gig Guide first and some more videos. In the Gig Guide we have the dates of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Style Council, you're going to go on tour. That means endless lines of reporters showing up, asking you the questions about what is the question that has been asked you the most. Let's have him first. Do you do a lot of interviews?
What,
Get out that piano, boy.
God blimey. There's this word mellow keeps cropping up quite a lot.
Mellow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what it means. I think it's been abused, the meaning of it. And we've been accused of mellowing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we got passionately pastoral and poetic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
where is your music, you think, the most close to jazz music, to big band music?
I think it's like we've got a thing of our own, you know. We've only ever called ourselves a pop group. We haven't claimed that we're anything else. And
but what is the last CD you bought?
The last what?
The last CD. Or do you still buy albums? You must be rich enough to buy CDs.
Somebody gave me a CD as a present, but I haven't put a plug on it yet. I've had it for about 3 years. It's under my stairs. But the last record I bought was, I don't know, was it The Sound of Music, something like that, I think.
The Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Is it that long, or you just bought that recently?
No, I've just caught up.
Oh yeah, okay.
I missed out on it. I didn't go to clubs in the mid-60s.
And you missed the film?
Yeah, I missed out.
Okay. Do they bother you still a lot with the Jam past? Do people still ask you about that
they still bore me with that stuff, yep.
What's the reason for that, you think? Because the reporters are from that age?
No, I think because they're not very good at their jobs, to be quite honest. I think they have to have some kind of reference to base their article on, or their whatever they're doing. Which is a bit sad, really.
It's a bit nostalgic also, like people talk about, yes, the early days of rock and roll, now everybody talks about the early days of punk.
You know, also I wonder, I sometimes think, well, where were you when we or I needed you as well? You know, I didn't notice them then. So there's a lot of rubbish talked.
Okay. I think we're going to see a clip after the next clip, an old one from the Style Council called It Didn't Matter. That's the one that was shot in it's a bit taking out of the Mickey of a television set. What do you think about like channels like MTV and satellite television? Music is now on the air for 24 hours a day. Is that a good thing, or is that very boring?
Oh,
I guess it depends who's on, doesn't it, really? I think it's a bit... Do you think that viewers actually sit down and watch for 24 hours?
Some people watch for at least 2 hours, 3 hours, especially in Finland.
I think it's dangerous.
You think it's bad for the people's mind?
Yeah.
Could be. Could kill the sales of books.
I think it's dangerous, especially in America, where you're bombarded with images of big cars and long-legged girls and all the rest of it. I don't know what it does to a 10-year-old's mind.
We'll find out in about 10 years, I suppose.
We've got a better
set of legs on this set.
Yeah, how is DC Lee, by the way? She's not here. Is she doing okay?
Yeah, she's doing very well, I think.
Is she still working on a solo thing?
Yes, she is.
Okay, send her my greetings. I hope to meet her also in the studio.
Okay,
Thanks a lot for coming.
Cheers.
They will be on tour from September on?
Yes, from September on in the West End.
In the West End?
The West End of Europe. Yep.
West End of Europe, okay. The album is called Confessions of a Pop Group. It's in the shops. And we're going to see Misha Paris, and after that, an old one from the Style Council.